Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to make a granny square, and with these granny squares I'm going to show you guys how to make a bucket hat that I've been seeing all over Pinterest and TikTok. So it's really easy to make, and this is perfect for beginners if you're just starting out. So if you are not sure what kind of yarn to get, I literally thrifted this for like $9 and I've already made 4 hats. I'm making like my 4th or 5th one out of this. And I also made a pair of fishnet fingerless gloves with this. So this yarn goes a long way. And then I also thrifted this one. I made 2 hats out of this one already. And this one I got for $3 at the thrift store. And I love the pink, and this one looks really good with some red. I ran out of red, so I'm currently sold out of the pink and red hats. Anyways, let's get right on into the tutorial on how to make this. So you'll need a pair of scissors. You're gonna need a hook. I'm currently using 4.25. Really depends on the yarn that you're using. And of course, your yarn. So I will be using this brown one along with this pink one that I'm going to make my heart with. If I were to make the bucket hat in one whole video, this would take forever, so I'm going to do it in 2 separate parts. I will be posting how to make the granny square first, which is this, and then in the second video I'm going to show you how to add it together and add in the rim. So we're making a magic loop, magic circle, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to grab 2 fingers and I'm just going to wrap this around like that, so it'll look like this, and then I'm going to just pinch that and hold that. Sorry, my fingers look so gross. So I'm going to put my hook into the circle. I'm going to grab the string and pull it in just like that. And now I'm going to grab this again. And I'm just going to make 3 chains. Sorry, this is like kind of hard to do because I'm watching this through my phone. 2 and 3. So to look like this, I'm going to make 2 doubles into the same circle. I'm going to bring my string over, bring in my hook. I'm going to bring that in. Then I'll have 3 there. Bring it over again. I'm only going to do the first 2. Okay, that string is in the way. And then do the other 2. And that's called a double. So I'm going to do that one more time and show you guys slowly. And then it should look something like this. So I have my first shell. I'm going to chain 1, and then we're going to make another one. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, and I'm going to do my 3rd one. There we go. We have our second shell. I'm going to make another 2, and then I will have a total of 4. So I'm going to chain 1 again. There we go, we have our last shell. So now I'm just gonna make this smaller by just pulling on this string, just to make the circle smaller. So now I'm gonna chain 1, and then I'm gonna slip stitch. So right where we started here, I'm just going to go at the top, and I'm just going to slip stitch just like that. So it should look like this. Now, into the next chain, I'm going to slip stitch again, and then chain 1. So we've slip stitched into here, chained 1. So now moving on to here, so I'm going to skip a chain and go right into here. I'm going to do 8 double crochets. So that's 1, 2. This part I always lose count because there's just so many you have to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to chain 1 after I have done all 8 of them. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to skip these 2 chains. I'm going to go right here. So I'm going to go right in here, and I'm just going to do a single, just like that. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to skip 1 chain and go into the second one. I'm going to chain 1, and into the same chain I'm going to do another, why did I say chain? I'm going to do another single. So now I have 2 singles into the same chain. So now I'm going to chain 1, and into the same chain again I'm going to do 2 more singles. So that's 1, 2. So it will look like something like this. After doing 2 single crochets, 1 chain, and then 2 single crochets into the same chain, I'm going to chain 1, and I am skipping 1 chain and going into the next. I'm going to do a single, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do 8 double crochets into the next, oh my gosh, this keeps getting in the way, into the next one right here. So I'm going to skip, you see this shell right here, I'm going to skip that shell. I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to do 8 double crochets again. We are almost done the heart. 1, 2, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'll look something like that. And I just have to do 1 more to make that 8. There we go. Now I have 8 double crochets into the same chain. So I'm going to chain 1, and right here I'm going to slip stitch, just like that. It was like right into that space right there. I was sitting down, so I'm not sure how well you could have saw that, but I'll show that again. Right here, I'm going to slip stitch. Just like that. So now I'm going to grab my scissors. Leave a good amount there. And I'm just going to slip stitch that. But there we go, we have our heart. And now I'm going to grab the brown. Well, I was editing this video, and the part where I make this, like, the square, the video was just lagging and it was horrible, so I'm gonna refilm it. But I'm gonna be using a different heart just because I already finished that hat. By the way, I made this today and look how cute it is. It's a little froggy. I love it so much. So I have a few hearts. Right now I'm making like a cardigan out of like the granny squares. So I've been making like a bunch of these. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make the square with the green. Just because that's currently what I have with me. So sorry for the inconvenience. So I'm gonna make like a simple knot. People do this a lot of different ways, but this is kind of just how I do it, and I find it the easiest for me. I leave just enough space for my hook. Okay, so I'm gonna insert that into my hook. I'm gonna grab my heart upside down. This is kind of like the corner, the tip of the heart, and there's one right beside, and that's where I'm gonna insert my hook, is right there. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna do like a slip knot as the first one, and into the next chain I'm going to do a single crochet, just like that. Hopefully you can see this. Also, the lighting's horrible because it's like 10 p.m. right now. Into the third chain I'm going to do half double crochet, and then into the next chain a double crochet, and then into the next chain we're going to do a triple crochet. So you kind of go like this if you've never done this before. So you do the first two, and then these two. I don't know what just happened there. And then this one. We did a slip stitch, a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and then a triple crochet. So now we're going to do 2 chains. Once you do this a lot, you will like really see the pattern. Now into the next chain we're going to do double crochet, next chain half, oops, and then the next 4 we're just going to do singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did 4 single crochets. Now I'm going to do 2 chains, and into the next chain I'm going to do a single crochet and 3 more single crochets into the next 3 chains. Let me know if you guys want a tutorial on how I make a cardigan with the granny squares. This is my first time making it, but I think once I get all the granny squares, it would be really fun to show how I like connect it and just kind of how to do that and how many granny squares you need. Okay, so that's what it will look like. So I did 4 single crochets, 2 chains, and then 4 single crochets. So for the center, we're gonna do a half double crochet. So right here, there's like 3, and right in this center one, right at the very top, I'm just gonna insert my hook there. and just bring that up. Four single crochets into the next 4 chains. So we did 4 single crochets. I'm gonna chain 2, and then again another 4 single crochets. 2. Oh no. 3 and 4. Yay. So now we're going to do half double crochet, and then double crochet into the next chain. I'm going to do a double crochet, then a half double crochet. The next chain we're going to do a single crochet. Now we are at this point, and we're going to go right into the green right here, and we're going to do like a slip stitch just like that. This is what our little granny square is looking like. Okay, so once we're at this point, I'm gonna chain 2. I mean, not 2, 3. So I chained 3, and then we're gonna do in the exact same chain, we're gonna do 2 double crochets. So did you see like how that was in the same chain? One more. Just like that. So now we have a shell. I'm going to chain 1, and then into the corner right here, I'm going to do 3 double crochets. Just like that. And then we're going to do 2 chains, and into the same corner again, same chain, we're going to do another 3 double crochets. Just like that. So now we have that corner right there. So now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to skip 2 chains and go in the third one. And we're going to do 3 double crochets to make a shell. Chain 1, and into the corner here I'm going to do into the corner right here I'm going to do 3 double crochets, and then 2 chains, and then another 3 double crochets, all into the same chain or same corner. And this is the exact same thing that we just did in the last corner, and we are just going to repeat this all the way around. So in every corner we do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and then 3 double crochets. And if it's not a corner, we just do 3 double crochets and then a chain and into the next one. So there we go, and I'm going to chain 1. So right here is like we want to find like the center. I just go either here or here, doesn't really matter, but I'm just gonna go right here, which is 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go into the 4th chain and do 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and repeat what we've been doing in all the other corners. Chain 1, and then we're gonna go skip 2 chains and go into the 3rd one. Chain 1 and repeat the corner steps. 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then this is right where we started. We're just going to slip stitch. I'm gonna go into that one, and voila, there we go. Now we are here. So this is pretty simple. We're gonna do our last layer around and then we're done. So exactly the same thing basically, but to start this one we have to slip stitch a few times. So right here I'm going to slip stitch here, slip stitch, so 3 slip stitches, so just to get across so that we can make more shells. There, I just did my 3 slip stitches, and then we're going to go in here and make another slip stitch. So now we are looking like this. Chain 3 and make another shell by making 2 double, chain 1, and repeat the corner steps with the 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. Chain 2, chain 1, and you see these corners and these like open spots. We're gonna go in every single one. So there's 2 here. There, so I just did 3 double crochets into this one, and I'm going to do the same thing into this one. And so I'm going to chain 1 first. Chain 1 and repeat our corner steps. super easy once you get it. So I'm just going to continue, and I will come back when I'm done all the way. So it's really simple. I'm just going to make sure to chain one every single time you go into the next spot. So I'm going to chain one right here. And I'm just going to continue all the way till I get to the end. Okay, so I'm here and I have to do... Whoops, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so now I'm here and I'm going to do my last one. So I'm going to chain one. Okay, and then to finish this off, I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to go right here. Is my camera even focusing? Like, okay, I guess not. So I'm going to go right here. I'm just going to slip stitch and then cut that off. And there we go, we have our granny square. It's so cute. So that is how you make the granny square. To make the bucket hat, you're gonna need 5 of these. So yeah, I will also show you guys in part 2 of this video how to tuck these away and make it nice and clean, how to connect them all, and then how to make the rim to make the bucket hat and make it ruffly. Okay. So yeah, I will see you guys very soon for part 2. Hopefully this video was easy to follow along to.